Well, the mayors of some of America's largest cities say they are at their breaking point as the number of people crossing our southern border illegally has skyrocketed. So too is the number of migrants bused to non-border cities, talking places like New York, Chicago, Denver. And the influx is straining resources, it's straining budgets and patience. NewsNation's Nichole is live in Washington. And Joe, the administration says it is listening to the mayor's concerns.
They say they're listening. They say they hear these concerns, but so far that has not been enough to appease many of these mayors. And I want to start actually, Nichole, with the fact that we've just learned in the last hour or so that Mexican officials are going to be coming to Washington next month, meeting with a number of members of President Biden's cabinet, talking about the migrant surge at the border, talking about enforcement and how they solve this crisis from both sides of the border. That is new, and that is basically a continuation of the meeting yesterday that we saw from Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas, as they met with Mexico's President Obrador. So a continuation and an acknowledgement that more work needs to be done. Now, back to these big city mayors, we've seen Republican mayors, Democrat mayors say the same thing, which is that they feel their cities are not prepared. They need more help from the federal government, help, they say, that is not coming. And now you've got Eric Adams, the mayor from New York, who really has been leading on this call for more help. He's signed an executive order this week that says that buses filled with migrants can only come to New York City during certain hours of the day. And if there's a governor of another state, Texas, for example, that is sending buses to New York, they need 32 hours heads up before those buses can arrive. Otherwise, he says their city's not going to accept them. Just some measures that Mayor Adams is taking to try to mitigate this crisis, and he elaborated on it in a press conference. Here's what he said.
You know, cities should not be handling national problems. And so I don't have the real understanding of, I'm hoping that our national leaders understand that it come a real immigration reform, a decompression strategy, pick up the price tag of this issue, and allow people to work.
He says that they should work. He talked about how New York does have a worker shortage and that a number of these migrants are willing and able to work, but they need the federal government and Congress to step in if people are going to be getting temporary work visas, for example, Nichole. So just something we've heard from a number of mayors around the country. And take a look at the numbers here. This is what they're dealing with. 160,000 in New York City of migrants that have come in the last few months, 26,000 in Chicago, 34,000 in Denver. Again, many of these mayors are basically saying that the federal government has the power, resources, money or otherwise to help, and they want to see them take a more active role, but so far not satisfied with what they've seen.
Yeah, and as you said, I mean, there's a lot of focus on those temporary work visas or lack thereof. Nichole, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.